Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 3, which is entitled as Karma Yoga. Sloka 9. Yajñārthāt karmaṇo nyatra lokoyam karma-bandhanaḥ tad-arthaṁ karma kaunteya mukta-saṅgaḥ samācara. In this sloka, response that Krishna is going to give to Arjuna is based on Arjuna's dilemma that you said that I need to earn wealth, get taxes, so that with that wealth I can perform yajna, and with the yajna the remnants of the food should be consumed as prasadam. Prasadam means food that is offered to God to maintain my body. So by maintaining my body, I can continue to understand and work towards self-realization. And that becomes an eligibility for me to perform jnana yoga. So I can have a atma darshana. But my problem is, meaning Arjuna's problem, of course everyone's problem, is by performing actions, one will become bound up. We hear such statements as karma-no badhyate jantuhu, meaning living entities are bound by actions. So Krishna, your statement seems to be contradicting. Karma yoga leads to jnana yoga, that leads to self-realization. Number 2, karma yoga means earning wealth for yajna to maintain the body, which means I will again get into samsara, entangled into the worldly activities and accumulate more karma and repeated birth. So is karma yoga going to lead me to self-realization, or is karma yoga going to make me further entangle into the samsara? Sharira dharana, body maintenance, seem to be leading me to samsara. Repeated birth and death doesn't seem to be leading to moksha, in my opinion. That is what Arjuna is expressing. For example, initially one might start eating one time in the process of as a yogi. One might tell I want to eat one time. Later that will turn into eating 2 times. Then that might go to 3 times meals. Then in between snacks will be added. Then every 2 hours something to eat. Then constantly munching something or the other. Later I see what is on others' plate and what they are eating. Then I feel envious if they have something which I don't have. That develops raga and dvesha, liking and disliking, which will contaminate my mind. When the mind is contaminated, that means I'm going to perform an action. That action performed either by mind, the thoughts, words or action is going to accumulate me with more karma, which means I will never escape from this cycle of karma and never ever will be out of this samsara. This is a very valid concern that Arjuna brings up. But in this sloka, Krishna very beautifully separates the action into 2. Number 1, that which leads one into samsara. Number 2, that which leads one into self-realization. 2 types of karma. Actually the karma is the same karma, but it's a consciousness which is going to make difference between these, that is same action is performed when certain action will engage into samsara, and the same action when it's done in a different consciousness, it gives self-realization. Doing those karma that are approved by the Shastra will not entangle one into samsara. Doing those karma that are not approved will entangle one into samsara. I am lokaha. The living entities are bound, karma-bandhanaḥ, are bound by their action in performing actions for just self-enjoyment. But when the actions are performed for the higher cause, it will not bind. There won't be karma-bandhana. Mukta-saṅgaḥ. Mukta-saṅgaḥ means as long as one does an action with detachment, then one is free of any karma. In the Sloka it's also said, yajñārthāt. The yajna done with no attachment to the result and devoid of possessiveness is as per the Shastra. When it done as per the Shastra, will not bind one into the samsara. In the other hand, when one does the yajna with attachment to the result and have that nature of possessiveness and does which is not recommended in the Shastra, that will bind one into the samsara. The key word here, mukta-saṅgaḥ, meaning when one is liberated, free from the attachment. Let's see an example to understand this further. Say I buy a vegetable. The vegetable is bought and that vegetable is to be cooked and offered to the Lord. And when I eat that vegetable, it purifies my contaminated mind and uplifts my consciousness and gets me closer to Atma. This is the understanding that one should have. Be detached. Likewise, I earn wealth to buy a home, to live a sattvic life. I earn wealth by buy groceries to perform pujas. I earn wealth to eat food that has been offered to the Lord. I earn wealth to buy flowers to decorate the Lord puja room. I earn wealth to donate to the temple and good causes. I earn wealth to take care of elders and needy people. If I buy a vegetable, coming back to a vegetable example, if I buy a vegetable, even though it's going to be offered to the Lord, but if I buy that because I like it, I want to enjoy it, then that leads one into samsara. Because idea is to satisfy oneself. There's an attachment towards eating. If someone is to see it with another example, one might ask, why are you using paneer in all the preparation every day? If the response is, because I love paneer, then it is not karma yoga, it is karma. If the response is, in other hand, if the response is, I use paneer because Krishna is Gopal, he likes milk preparation, hence I use paneer, yogurt, ghee, milk, sweets, hot milk for his pleasure, then that is called yoga with detachment, with proper consciousness, in sattvic mode, which will relieve one from bondage of karma. So one might ask, should I lie? Even if I like something, to say I'm making for Krishna? Answer is no, never to lie. It is a gradual process for one to come to that stage. But it is a conscious process that one has to keep reminding themselves as they do an action, that to tell the mind to give preference to Krishna, and that is called Krishna consciousness. How do we know we are going to get karma by an action, or we won't get karma by our action? It's very simple. If the action pleases Krishna, it is karma free. If the action displeases Krishna, is karma packed. When the yajna is done for the satisfaction of Krishna, then the karma get dissolved and one will get atma darshana eventually. So one might ask a question, thinking as an intelligent question. Not even a fool will do any action without trying to get some satisfaction for himself. In this case, it seems that we should do our action, but not for our satisfaction, but for the satisfaction of Krishna alone. Why so? Why I should do for his satisfaction? Answer is, because he is our father, mother, guardian, friend, well-wisher. He is everything for us. Therefore, there is nothing wrong to satisfy that Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. To summarize what we have seen so far in this sloka, two types of actions, because Arjuna had a question that action is going to make him bind into karma. So Krishna's response is no. It is classified into two. Number one, actions like earning money, etc., undertaken for the performance of yajna and other activities sanctioned in the Shastra will not result in bondage if it is done for the satisfaction of the Lord. Number two, actions like earning money, etc., for the performance of yajna and other activities sanctioned in the Shastra will result in bondage if it is done for self-interest. Then what to speak of those actions like earning money, etc., not performing yajna, and those that are not sanctioned in Shastra? It is very quite obvious that it will pull one deep into the samācara. There shouldn't be any doubt in this case. Yajñārthāt karmaṇo nyatra loko karma-bandhanaḥ tad-arthaṁ karma kaunteya mukta-saṅgaḥ samācara. Namaste. Hare Krishna.